Hi. So Van Damme and Seagal have always been compared to each other. They have lots of similarities in careers. They both had their breakthrough in '88. Van Damme had Bloodsport, Seagal had Above the Law. Seagal had his biggest hit, Under Siege, which made 100 million in '92. Van Damme had his biggest hit, Time Cop, in '94. Both had directed a movie. Seagal did A Deadly Ground in '94. Van Damme did The Quest in '96. Both movies underperformed at the box office. And both of them had made sequels to one of their most successful movies. Seagal did Under Siege 2 in '95. Van Damme did Universal Soldier 2 in '99. Both careers started declining around the same time. Both started making direct-to-DVD movies in the early 2000s. Both had TV shows. Van Damme had Jean-Claude Van Johnson. Seagal had True Justice. Both had also reality TV shows. Seagal had The Lawman. Van Damme had Behind Closed Doors. Both returned to the big screen. Seagal was the villain in Machete. Van Damme was the villain in Expendables 2. So they have lots of similarities. But as people performance, Van Damme and Seagal are very different. Van Damme was more joyful, energetic, funny, full of life. He was a very eccentric personality.
Belgium, mussels from Brussels.
I heard that.
Fighting each other.
Whoa. And you play both of them?
Yeah. Double salary.
Seagal was more serious. His personality was like very stoic. He didn't make jokes. He took himself very serious.
Yeah, I used to do stand-up.
Stop, Steven, stop.
It's a joke.
You're
That's
too
my
serious.
first attempt at comedy right there, and I failed, so maybe I better not do the show.
And Van Damme Seagal's on-screen fighting style was totally different. Van Damme was all about the roundhouse kick. It was very beautiful to watch. It had a nice choreography. It was like a ballet. Seagal, he was all about using his hands, breaking bones. It was very violent, very in-your-face, very hard-hitting style. Box office-wise, Van Damme was more successful. Look at the worldwide gross. Seagal had only one movie that made $100 million, which was Under Siege. Van Damme had Universal Soldier, Time Cop, Street Fighter. So who do I think had a better career? I say Van Damme was by far much better. His career is much more interesting. His movies were very different. Van Damme progressed very fast from low-budget B movies like The Cyborg to movies like Universal Soldier, Time Cop, Hard Target, Sudden Death. And Van Damme tried different kind of roles. For example, Nowhere to Run was a very different movie at that time for Van Damme. The movie was more drama with some action. So Van Damme tried to expand. He tried to do different things. He did sci-fi movie with Time Cop. He did movies like Maximum Risk, Double Team, Knockoff. Movies are quite different. Seagal pretty much played the same character in almost all the movies. And also the quality. After theatrical careers, Van Damme made direct-to-DVD movies. Some of them were actually pretty good. There are some good movies that he made after 2001. But Seagal, he made so much trash. He did some okay movies like Urban Justice, Dangerous Man, Keeper, Born to Raise Hell, but there's so much trash in between. Like, it's amazing. There was so much trash movies. Lots of doubling, hilarious ADR.
Runs base. Rena, do you hear me? I'm running out of patience.
This time you really pissed me off.
Just unbelievable stuff. Like, how can anybody release that stuff? Van Damme has some turkeys now and then. He had some movies like Second in Command, Derailed, Kill 'Em All, but not as much as Seagal. Seagal really put the trash to the next level. So for me, Van Damme by far has the better career. And Van Damme has had bigger cultural impact. People still talk about Bloodsport, which is a classic film. People still talk about Kickboxer. And those movies inspired so many people to exercise, to do martial arts. And people still talk about movies like Universal Soldier, Hard Target. So those movies are still very important for many people. Seagal had a nice career in the 90s, but it was a very short one. So Van Damme I may be biased, but Van Damme for me for the win. Van Damme is the best. So let me know your thoughts. Who has had better career, Van Damme or Seagal? Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Take care and bye.
You all have to train at least 3 times a week. 4 or 5 times a week. I'm so sorry. I'm not like Steven Seagal.